The sky is no longer a silent void. Across the horizon, mysterious disks and glowing orbs have begun to appear with unsettling frequency.
What's going on?
Are these mere coincidences or cold evidence that a non-human presence has already established a foothold? In this investigation, we peel back the veil on these encounters to see what is truly watching us from above. UFO dropping orbs.
This ship has been hanging out over our carrier fleet for at least 30 minutes.
In a startling encounter captured by the USS Omaha, multiple spherical objects were filmed swarming a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier strike group before plunging into the ocean. The footage shows a main craft appearing to release or drop these smaller spheres, which exhibit transmedium capabilities, moving from air to sea without a splash or debris. Despite an immediate submarine search, no wreckage was ever recovered, leaving experts to wonder if this was a coordinated surveillance mission by unknown, highly advanced entities.
I don't know what's going on. This thing doesn't make any noise. There's spheres coming out of it.
The Gravity Defier. In Buffalo, New York, a UFO was filmed drifting in a confused, erratic pattern as if its navigation systems were briefly malfunctioning. After several minutes of this drunken flight, the object suddenly corrected itself and shot toward the horizon at a speed that defied the laws of physics, vanishing in a heartbeat. Triangular UFO. While walking through the Alaskan wilderness at night, a witness captured footage of a massive triangular craft hovering silently above the tree line. The object emitted rhythmic, pulsing lights that illuminated the surrounding forest, leading many to speculate it was performing a sophisticated scan of the terrain. Its advanced maneuvers and eerie silence defy conventional aviation, suggesting we are being observed by technology far beyond our current understanding or origin. The lunar ring. During a full moon in Portland, Oregon, a strange ring of clouds formed perfectly beneath the lunar disk. While some argued it was a natural lenticular cloud, the perfect symmetry in the way it seemed to pulse with its own internal light led many to believe it was a cloaked craft using the moon's brilliance to hide its own silhouette. Daylight UFO.
El objeto volador no identificado va girando. Observe.
In February 2026, a commuter in Brazil captured remarkable daylight footage of a metallic craft hovering silently in the clear sky. Upon zooming in, the object's geometric precision and lack of visible propulsion become startlingly apparent. The sheer clarity of this sighting has sparked intense debate, with many questioning if such advanced technology is being intentionally shielded from the public eye by global authorities.
Aquí va emitiendo unas luces fuertes.
The Silver Escort. Workers in Huntsville, Alabama, captured incredible footage of a military helicopter hovering side by side with three silver ball-shaped objects. The helicopter made no move to intercept or engage. The peaceful, coordinated positioning suggested the military wasn't chasing the objects. They were escorting them, hinting at a secret cooperation between our government and the visitors. Strange orbs over Mexico. In a significant development from Nuevo León, Mexico, former Governor Jaime Rodríguez Calderón, known as El Bronco, shared compelling footage of glowing orbs near his ranch in Icamal. The video, verified by local news outlets, shows mysterious lights performing unnatural maneuvers over the landscape. While the governor joked about the encounter, the high-profile nature of the witness adds a layer of credibility to the region's surging wave of unexplained aerial phenomena. The Silver Triad. High above the outskirts of Fairbanks, Alaska, a resident was stunned by three metallic spheres drifting through the freezing air. At a distance, they might have been mistaken for weather balloons, but a steady zoom revealed solid, seamless structures that ignored the heavy winds. These objects moved with a synchronized intelligence, floating as if gravity were a mere suggestion. Given the history of unexplained aerial phenomena in the northern corridors, many believe these spheres are autonomous probes, marking the beginning of a silent mission we are not prepared to face. South America Encounter. Filmed from a remote hillside in South America, this viewer-submitted footage captures a chilling nocturnal encounter. The camera shakes, reflecting the witness's unease as a solitary, strange light cuts through the pitch-black landscape. With no engine noise, only the haunting sound of the wind, the distant object moves with an unnatural stillness. This raw, unedited glimpse into the South American wilderness leaves us wondering what exactly is watching from the shadows. The Silent Scout. A witness on a balcony in Casper, Wyoming, documented a reflective and a metallic object traversing the sky in eerie silence. The motion was flawless, devoid of the banking or swaying typical of human aircraft. It moved with a terrifying sense of purpose, as if following a pre-programmed grid. This sighting mirrors others across the globe, suggesting a coordinated effort by these singular scouts to map our most remote regions. The Meadow Descent. A viral video from the rural outskirts of Asheville, North Carolina, shows a warm, amber glow descending toward the tree line. As it neared the earth, the light solidified into a structured craft, shining with a steady, haunting brilliance before settling into an open field. Locals reported strange, localized electrical interference throughout the night. Most disturbing of all was the aftermath. The landing site showed no scorched earth or crushed grass, suggesting the craft may still be there, existing in a state just beyond our visual spectrum. The rotating cylinder. In 2025, observers near Roswell, New Mexico, recorded a massive, cigar-shaped object suspended in the sky. Unlike common disks, this cylindrical craft slowly rotated on its own axis, as if stabilizing its internal systems. The motion was hypnotic and entirely mechanical. This sighting reinforces the theory that we aren't being visited by one race, but by a variety of separate probes, each designed for a different, specialized task of observation and adaptation. The High-Speed Cube. Footage from Reno, Nevada, has left analysts baffled. It shows a geometric object resembling a six-sided die hurtling through the sky at hypersonic speeds. It lacked wings, engines, or any visible means of propulsion. Researchers believe this sky die is a specialized form of extraterrestrial probe, designed for rapid response scanning of urban environments before blinking out of existence. The Storm Eater. During a violent lightning storm over El Paso, Texas, a shopkeeper captured something truly gargantuan. Hovering amidst the clouds was a matte black triangle, invisible except when the lightning silhouetted its massive frame. The craft didn't just endure the storm, it seemed to feed on it. Each strike of lightning appeared to be drawn toward the craft's hull, suggesting it was using the atmospheric energy to recharge its propulsion systems. The construction site Hover. In 2023, a tube-shaped object was seen hanging motionless over a major development project in Artesia, New Mexico. Construction workers dropped their tools as the silent craft hovered just above the cranes, watching the progress below. After several minutes of scrutiny, the object vanished instantly. The proximity to high-profile sites suggests a keen interest in our industrial capabilities. The Light Portal.
What? Oh my God. Oh my God, no way.
A witness in Lincoln, Nebraska, froze as the night sky suddenly ruptured with a flood of brilliant light. This wasn't a meteor. The glow formed a perfect, shimmering circle. From the center of this radiance, a disc-shaped craft emerged and glided into the dark, while the circle collapsed behind it. It provided undeniable proof that these crafts do not just travel through our air. They fold reality to enter and exit our world at will.
What? Oh my God. Oh my God, no way. Yo.
To the Dark Road Passage.
You see that?
While driving a remote highway in West Texas, a man's dash cam caught a fully illuminated disc passing directly over his vehicle. The craft was so low the driver could see the intricate, steady lights on its underside. As it moved ahead, the lights didn't fade into the distance. They contracted into a single point and vanished, as if a door in the sky had closed behind it.
You see that?
The winged anomaly. In the industrial districts of Long Beach, California, a massive craft with strange bird-like structures was filmed. As it shifted its position, wings became visible, though they didn't flap or move. While some claimed it was a classified military prototype, the fluid, silent way it navigated the heavy city air suggested a technology far beyond the current secret programs of any nation. The shadow follower. A motorist in Panama City, Florida, realized he was being hunted. A strange object in the sky matched his motorcycle's speed perfectly, mirroring every turn and stop. When he looked further back, he saw a second object holding a stationary position in the distance, acting as a lookout. He wasn't just being watched, he was being tracked by a coordinated pair of aerial predators. The rotating rings.
Oh, shit.
A family in Tacoma, Washington, checked their window after hearing a low-frequency hum. They discovered 4 glowing rings rotating in perfect silence above their backyard. Dark, smaller objects seemed to dart in and out of the rings before the entire formation faded into the night. No debris was found, leaving only the chilling memory of a silent, alien technology.
Oh, shit.
The schoolyard watcher.
Holy they're coming for you, Tony.
A layered object was spotted gliding under the cloud cover directly above a crowded school in Columbus, Ohio. The craft was smooth and white, utilizing the low clouds as a tactical shroud. The fact that it chose a location filled with people suggests a bold new phase of observation, where the visitors no longer fear being seen by the masses.
Holy they're coming for you, Tony.
The vanishing meteor. Footage from Spokane, Washington. She shows what looks like a typical meteor trailing fire across the sky. However, instead of burning out or hitting the horizon, the object switched off mid-flight. The trail disappeared instantly, revealing that the meteor was likely a craft using a high-heat signature to mask its arrival before activating its true stealth systems. UFO alien pilots. In 2022, near Washington, a group of scientists captured startling footage of a metallic craft hovering silently in the night sky. Most chilling, however, are the 2 distinct figures observed moving near the object. The researchers' oddly calm demeanor suggests this wasn't their first encounter with these entities. This high-quality recording provides a rare, professional look into a phenomenon that remains officially unexplained and deeply unsettling. The hidden filter.
Как там, видно, не видно, но на экране как бы ярко, плохо вижу, но...
A witness in St. George, Utah, captured something that defies conventional physics. While scanning the desert skyline, he noticed a perfect metallic disc hanging in total stillness. It lacked the rotors of a drone and the exhaust of a jet. Its surface was impossibly smooth. The most chilling detail, when he looked with the naked eye, the sky appeared empty. Only through his high-powered lens did the craft reveal itself. As soon as the object seemed to realize it was being observed, it glided into the clouds and vanished. Some experts suggest the lens acted as a polarizing filter, stripping away a high-tech cloaking field used by the visitors.
Пойду еще ближе подойду.
The highway vanishing. On a busy stretch of road near Sedona, Arizona, a low-flying disc brought traffic to a standstill. The craft hovered with bold indifference, its metallic hull reflecting the sun just yards above the asphalt. As a large freight truck passed between the witnesses and the object, the view was obscured for a fraction of a second. When the line of sight cleared, the road was empty, and there was no acceleration, no sound, just a clean exit. It's theorized the craft utilized a localized fold in space to depart the moment it drew too much human attention. The scientist's warning. In the residential suburbs of Boulder, Colorado, a massive craft was filmed hovering directly over a private home. The scale of the object was staggering, dwarfing the houses below. Without warning, the UFO emitted a blinding, high-intensity flash that illuminated the entire block. When the light faded, the craft was gone, and local reports claimed the resident of that home, a prominent research scientist, could no longer be reached. It appears these encounters are becoming targeted, moving from random sightings to calculated abductions. The triple sun surveillance. In the plains of Grand Forks, North Dakota, the sky appeared to fracture. Witnesses reported seeing 3 distinct suns, but the 2 outliers were accompanied by blinking, rhythmic orbs. This wasn't an atmospheric trick or a mirage. The lights held a rigid formation that defied the setting sun's geometry. It felt less like a natural wonder and more like a massive surveillance array, staring down at the Earth to monitor the growing panic below. The tri-light split. In the northern reaches of Montana, a huge patch of light appeared to burn through the clouds like artificial daylight. As witnesses watched, the single glow split into 3 distinct orbs, each drifting away on a different trajectory. The movement was calculated and graceful, suggesting a single mothership deploying smaller units to begin a wide-area scan of the region. The scanning beacon.
Why have you come over here? I haven't got a clue. Since I've just been saying to Dom, let's see if I...
A resident of Gary, Indiana, filmed a craft screaming across the night sky at speeds that would tear a conventional airframe apart. Bright red and blue lights pulsed from its underbelly. While local authorities later pointed to military drone testing, witnesses noted the lights didn't behave like navigation strobes. Instead, they appeared to be scanning the neighborhoods below, tagging specific homes with a focused beam as the craft zigzagged through the darkness.
Why have you come over here? I haven't got a clue. Since I've just been saying to Dom, let's see if I...
The resource extraction. In a terrifying escalation, 3 lights were seen hovering over a major power substation in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. By the following morning, facility officials reported massive, unexplained energy drains and missing equipment with no sign of a physical break-in. It seems these crafts are no longer just watching. They are beginning to harvest what they need. The smoke portal. A resident of Salt Lake City, Utah, captured a perfect, stationary ring of smoke hanging in the clear blue sky. It didn't drift with the wind, remaining as rigid as a doorway. Many believe this was the exhaust of a portal, a lingering scar in the atmosphere left behind after a UFO slipped into another dimension. The orb core.
There's something flying above it too.
On August 2025, a strange phenomenon stretched across the northeast corridor. Witnesses saw what looked like a cloud shaped with unnatural precision. At its very center sat a glowing, steady orb. Authorities claimed it was a rare weather event, but the way the smoke held its form around the glowing heart suggested a craft creating its own localized atmosphere to stay hidden in plain sight.
There's something flying above it too.
The fire crown.
What?
In Charlotte, North Carolina, a flaming crown-like ring was seen descending through the night. It moved with a slow, heavy intent. Far too controlled to be a firework or falling debris, the fiery shape held its geometry perfectly until it dipped below the skyline, leaving the city in a state of shock.
What?
The cloud orbs. A man in Des Moines, Iowa, noticed a glowing oval pulsing inside a thick cloud bank. As he filmed, 2 smaller orbs emerged from the sides and began a rhythmic, dancing pattern around the main craft. Shortly after the sighting, local disappearances were reported. sparking fears that this cloud dance is actually a sophisticated abduction technique. The Detroit Disc.
What the is it?
On November 4th, 2025, a passenger on a bus in Detroit spotted a massive, glowing disc partially embedded in the clouds. It remained locked in place, indifferent to the wind. It felt like a massive eye in the sky, silently recording the movements of the city below for a purpose we can only guess at.
What the is it?
The intelligent lightning.
Are those aliens? What's going on? This is 100% real.
Night sky footage from Seattle, Washington shows lightning that behaves with an eerie intelligence. The flashes didn't follow the path of least resistance. They pulsed in a steady, rhythmic code. While officials claimed a passing comet caused the interference, many believe a massive mothership was hiding in the storm, it using the electrical discharges to communicate or mask its presence.
Are those aliens? What's going on? This is 100% real.
The power plant diamond. Back in 2011, a diamond-shaped object was seen hovering silently over a nuclear power facility in Pennsylvania. A smaller secondary object circled the main craft as if performing a diagnostic check or relaying data. The silent, focused nature of the encounter suggests these visitors have a deep, enduring interest in our most sensitive energy sources. The Orange Formation.
Mar del Plata hoy, luna tenebrosa y ovnis.
In Galveston, Texas, a witness recorded a glowing orange sphere flanked by 3 smaller red lights in a rigid triangular formation. The lights didn't flicker or drift. They hung in the salt air with a heavy, ominous presence. This specific formation has been reported globally, indicating a standardized patrol unit used by the visitors.
Mar del Plata hoy, luna tenebrosa y ovnis.
The New York Beam.
UFO in New York City, y'all.
A terrifying scene unfolded over a congested highway in Queens, New York. A pedestrian filmed a classic UFO hovering directly over the traffic, casting a solid beam of light down onto the road. The witness's recording ended abruptly in a moment of pure panic. He later claimed the beam was retracted into the craft before it ascended in total silence.
UFO in New York City, y'all.
The Yellow Watchers. In a quiet neighborhood near Ann Arbor, Michigan, several brilliant yellow orbs were seen floating just above the rooftops. They moved with a calm, deliberate awareness, shifting position one by one as if they were counting the inhabitants below. Their presence was so still, it felt as though the sky itself had developed eyes. The Sky Needle. On July 19, 2025, a long, bright white line appeared over Atlanta, Georgia. It didn't drift or fade. It hung there like a physical scar in the sky for hours. Locals dubbed it the Sky Needle. Its absolute stillness felt like a cold, calculated observation, a tool used by a higher power to keep watch over the world. The Serpent Lights. In the dark skies over San Diego, California, a twisting, snake-like pattern of lights appeared. As the camera focused, it became clear the pattern was made of dozens of individual blinking orbs, all moving in a perfect, synchronized line. It suggested a massive, serpentine craft, miles long, hiding in the darkness and revealing only a fraction of its form.